Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. I hope you guys are all enjoying your day. I was enjoying mine just fine until I got some, I don't know, maybe cramps or something in the left part of my belly. It's been going on for all these hours now, and I don't know what to do. Should I go to the doctor? Should I not? I'll let you know in the next episode of the Dusty BC Crypto News. I'm just kidding. No, the pain is real though. But make sure you press the like button, subscribe, and comment something down below to enter into our 250 XRP giveaway that we give away the first time a video hits 1,500 likes within 24 hours. All right, having said that, let's get on. Ripple community pushes for recognition of XRP as a currency amid catastrophic SEC lawsuit. Just quickly wanted to mention that yes, all we want is freaking clarity. All we want is fair judgment. All we want is a fair, leveled playing field. At least that's the way I see it, right? If Ripple was really cheating, we'll hear it. If Ripple was always just true to us, we'll hear it as well, and that's all we want to know. But that's also another push for freaking proper regulations, which they've asked for and never got. It's going to be coming eventually. It's coming right now. The XP community wants it. Everybody in the crypto space wants it. And right now, it's happening. There's no denying it anymore. We will officially get an answer for whether or not XRP is considered a security, which is actually something good if you think about it. I don't recall, this by the way comes from Ripple CTO David Schwartz, who chose the term validators, but I really wish that we called them tiebreakers. So much needless misunderstanding and misinformation might have been avoided. That is all the network needs validators to do. Break ties to resolve the double spend problem. So if you guys watch the TED Talk from David Schwartz, and actually there's a couple of other talks as well, where he just explains exactly what validators do, as it's definitely an interesting thing to watch if you've never heard about it. However, he goes on to explain, I guess, what the difference is here. So for example, somebody asked, don't they listen to UNL nodes and validate transactions in multiple rounds with increasing consensus percentage in each round? That does sound like validating transactions to me, but hey, I'm not a contributor on Ripple's GitHub, though I have the code checked out. Every node validates transactions. You don't need validators to validate transactions for you. What they're doing in these rounds is breaking ties. A valid transaction can be executed in this round or deferred to the next round, and that is all that it is needed to solve double spends, which is quite logical if you think about how normally it would go. Nick is also popped in here, but it's always the case, right? Where people will be actually complaining, other people will be wondering, all people, this is all freaking call in the mud. I don't know how to say it the best way. It's all like freaking noise. It's all just noise. It's not important. It's just extra stuff. People can worry themselves about it, but that's mostly just because people are getting confused and people might complain about it. But in the end, guys, what the frick they're called, it doesn't matter. You just gotta understand it more properly. If you don't get the naming, you probably don't know what it does, right? In this case here, David definitely knows, and he doesn't know who chose validators because it might not have been the best name. However, consider that this was most likely done 7 years ago when the space was looking so freaking different, and I don't think these guys even knew how many people would be using this eventually and how much controversy a naming thing would cause eventually. Then Kieran Kelly, please stop listening to riddlers who are trying to pump their $200 bag, #diversify. He's also said, I couldn't decide what to buy yesterday, but wanted to splurge a little bit. Went with more Ethereum, think it will be huge in 2021. That was funny because that was yesterday, and already today he made a huge amount of profit on that, like 30% or so. Also, guys, I want to tell you once more that I do not only hold XRP. I actually hold more Bitcoin than I do XRP, and as of this point, I think my Ethereum bag is also worth more than my XRP bag. That does not mean I'm bearish on XRP. That does not mean I don't think that best will happen to it. However, consider that Ethereum is only, let's say, 30% away from its all-time high, and XRP is 1,600% away from its all-time high. Do I think they'll both get there? Yes. But for XRP, there's a couple more factors at play, right? For example, how well will the lawsuit do? That's one of the most important parts. And also, guys, none of this is financial advice, as it's all just my opinion. And also, check out GSX. A link will be down below. Main reason is I've been purchasing some myself, and I think it's worth the gamble, worth the risk. Put a couple $1,000s in. I'm like, hey, let's try it out. Let's go for it. Saw quite a lot of YouTubers talk about it. Some of you guys in the comment section hate it. Some others love it. Whatever, I'm just trying it out, all right? So you don't have to tell me, hey, Dusty, don't go for it. I'm just trying it out. Of course, I'm not using money that I wouldn't be able to lose. I'm just putting in, like I do with a lot of altcoins. I'm just putting some money in with a huge ROI potential, and that's what I'm going for here. Of course, there are risks, so always do your own due diligence, and if you don't like it, don't buy it. But I just said I'm trying some stuff, because I'm looking for times 100 returns on some coins as well, right? I gotta kind of put some bags at places which might get me a huge ROI. And maybe I'm going to get a 0% return, who knows? But maybe I'm going to get 100 times or something like that on a coin, which is completely new. I just want to take that risk sometimes. I just like it. So, coin distribution event, 23% plus buying bonus today. Next decrease in volume. You can see basically it is just that the bonus keeps going down every couple of days. Right now it's 23. It's almost going to 22 in a couple of days, and just keeps going down every 4 and or maybe 5 days or so. Also, there's huge bonuses for buying a lot, which again, I'm not saying you should, but I'm just saying that is there. And there's a 5% bonus for you and a 5% bonus for me if you purchase coins. All right, then moving on, let's actually check out here, digital asset investor. He said, all truth passes through 3 stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. Third, it is accepted as being self-evident, by Arthur Schopenhauer. So basically, this refers to the fact that XRP's transaction speed, cost, and scalability is far superior to most others out there. And it's really interesting to me how right now, when theoretically speaking, we should I thought for a second they said here 3 seconds per Bitcoin. I wanted to almost shout out in anger. I was like, what's going on? But no, it's 3,000 seconds. Good. I always find it interesting how really at the best times, theoretically speaking, when a crypto like XP, for example, is most needed, that it does the worst. Now, of course, it's because of a lawsuit, but still that lawsuit was so conveniently placed. I sometimes still doubt that. Like, what's going on here? Really? When all coins start to pump, XRP being sued? Like, really? Isn't that so coincidental that they're doing it really at the point where the massive adoption was going to come? The most useful digital asset. And sometimes I think maybe it is really because the SEC wants to protect us. They're just doing this because they know that right now hundreds of billions of dollars would be pumped into XRP, and they would rather, lose 10 billion now than really let hundreds of billions more move in. But then I'm thinking like, man, can this really be a scam? I'm not saying I'm going to sell because of it, because guys, I'm first going to hear what Ripple has to say, but I really am starting to question the motives here from the SEC, because I just cannot imagine why they would do it at this point unless they really have clear evidence that they're going to win 100%, because why else would they be losing people so much money? Just billions of dollars were lost right now. For only 1.3 billion, they're losing 15, 20, and in kind of opportunity cost, hundreds of billions of dollars. And I'm kind of saying that in a weird way, but the reason I'm saying that is because the value will literally just become more for all the holders right now that just lost money that would have actually gained a ton of money, right? So again, of course, more people then come on in. You can say, oh, but nobody then really lost or really got money, whatever. Just about the point that all the people who now lost money because of it could have actually gained so much had they not done this, which is opportunity cost, which might also be put into some equations. I'm just thinking about how is it so freaking convenient? It's so strange to me. I just cannot grasp why they would go for it in this way. I really cannot grasp it, guys. But if you know, let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm really, really eager to learn more, because I really don't get it. Dogecoin spikes 120%. If history repeats, this might be very positive for all altcoins. It's interesting because it actually was very positive for all altcoins. Almost every time that Doge pumps like crazy, it is because everything is going to pump. And it was kind of funny because Doge just pumped like crazy and everything pumped. So I do not know what's going on here. I'm actually thinking about picking up Doge just because it's really going insane. But I know the fundamentals of Doge are really stupid. It's just a pump and dump coin. But then again, it does pump and dump really properly, which is basically the purpose, right? So from that perspective, I might have to freaking pick some up. Might have to go crazy. Might have to splurge on it a little bit. Analysts explain why Bitcoin's price is going crazy this weekend. Bitcoin has just consistently smashed records on its latest bull run. Here's what just happened. Bitcoin hit 34,000 on a bull run that has seen it more than triple in value. There are a few reasons why. Is Bitcoin crossing over into the mainstream? I do think so. I do definitely think so. I also think that right now, retail is just starting to talk about it, think about it, whatnot, but mostly just demand is so insane right now for crypto. And right now it's mostly for Bitcoin, but eventually it'll also be for Ethereum because that one is regulated properly. Hopefully if XRP gets this ruling out, hopefully by February, but most likely by September or something like that, we can actually also see some huge adoption come from those. And that's already the question for right now. How long will the big bull run last? Will it be a couple of months? Will it be a couple of years? I really don't know, but it's going to be so exciting. And I sometimes think maybe we should just cash out and be done with crypto. But then on the other hand, I'm like, well, but crypto is going to be the future, and I want to have Bitcoins for, for my grandchildren and whatnot. So it's basically not about the value that the money has, but the amount of coins that I can get. Right? And it's unlucky that the price has already gone up so much because I'm such a huge crypto bull that I would just buy more and more and more at every good opportunity that I get. However, buying it at $35,000 per Bitcoin is just very heavy for me. So the biggest thing I'm buying, or at least thinking about right now buying, is XRP. However, that one may be stuck at the bottom for at least another month or so. I see no short-term huge influxes on that price, honestly, because the first thing we're waiting for is either a judgment from the SEC or a good rebuttal from Ripple, but all that will only come in February. So if you're really asking me, I only think that we can see a huge pump in XRP price if something crazy were to happen, or if XRP would just break the odds, which just means that it's really manipulated to the core, which means, again, that we should really be watching out with this coin because it's the banker coin, they called it, but it's also the most manipulated coin out there. That's crazy. Then Ethereum surges above 850 as hash rate hits an all-time high. It was a couple of hours ago. Let's see how long ago this was. 10 hours already. So I've been sitting behind this computer for 8 hours. I'm going to have a little bit of a walk afterwards then. Because, again, belly not doing good. I don't know. And even have it's not fat. It's not overeating. It's nothing like that. Maybe it's just for sitting right now today for a couple of hours here. Because I normally go out quite a lot. And I've just been sitting here because prices have been going crazy. Just watching. It's really an addiction, not even going to lie. The crypto, just watching crypto. Even though I'm not even thinking about cashing out as a holder, it's still so addicting though. It's so strange. But Ethereum is already at almost $1,000 right now, which is really crazy. Then Crypto Senorita said, Ethereum transaction fee as we speak is $80. Disappointing. That's one fun thing I like to say as well. Right? I think Flare, for example, actually has a couple of cool parts in this. ADA has a couple of cool parts in this. And basically, Ethereum is just pumping up and doing really well because it's, first of all, regulated, because it's officially not a security, but also because it's been there and grandfathered in. Same like Bitcoin, because there's better coins than Bitcoin, which will always stay that way. But that's why it's also doing good. It's not the most handy, though, in any way, shape, or form. The rise of layer 2s spells an end for altcoins, which is basically talking about the newer crypto, the newer technology of cryptocurrencies. And I like to kind of think about just everything newer that's coming up, right? And you might say, okay, we can talk about DeFi, we can talk about what, but I don't necessarily think about layer 2. I don't necessarily think about just a second layer, second generation crypto or anything like that. What I'm thinking about here is literally DeFi. All coins that took the Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, all those coins as an example. So, for example, Cardano is very well built. A lot of stable coins might actually turn out to be very, very popular eventually, depending a little bit though, because to a certain degree, you can also use DeFi for stable coins in that sense. Some of the coins you've talked about, which are aggregators of stable coins, for example, those might be very important eventually. And as a certain thing I kind of see as a certainty is all coins that are backed by huge companies. For example, the coins from Binance, the coin from OKX, the coin from Huobi, and all those coins that also have proper backing, like for example by Coinbase, I think those will do good, or PayPal, because they have some real life company backing them, which means it's going to be way hard to regulate those in a negative sense. Tether, however, and literally the stable coins that are pegged to the US dollar, I don't know if those will survive. I'm not really sure. However, New York approved the first Japanese yen-pegged stablecoin, which does make me wonder, how the frick does this Stable Act work? Is this Stable Act only for US dollar stablecoins, or is it just talking about all stablecoins? Because I don't get exactly how this could come out then. And really what these, I don't know what they're officially called, these bodies, departments, have to agree with then, because they're thinking about regulating it now. And I'm wondering if they're regulating it now in a positive sense, but then eventually turning it back around. I really don't know. I still don't get it, but that's, again, the crypto space is really confusing. And another one here about Doge. This coin is up 150% in 7 days, and Elon Musk seems to love it. It's also called a shit coin. It's such a crazy coin. I do not know what to say about this one. I have Doge since like way back here, but I think I have like 30,000 maybe. Doge, I think, because I just bought it for like the cheapest amount back in the day, but I might have already sold it because I don't know what exchange it would be on. I just got it for the memes and for fun like years ago, a huge amount of years ago. So it's definitely gone up like 10 times, maybe 100 times in price. But I don't remember where it is, and I'm not going to find it, I think, because it's been so many years since I bought Doge. I don't even remember what exchange. That's crazy, guys. But alright, that was it for today's video, by the way. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. I sometimes also think about the fact that I lost so much money in Cryptopia and a couple other exchange scams. I lost so much money in those. I forget that sometimes. But that's really crazy. Just the amount of money that's lost in scams. How do I tax that even? I don't know. I've never actually done anything with tax in that regard. Maybe I should have. Oh, that's something to think about. But yeah, that was it for today. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.